and we are going to go over here to Eddie. Eddie, welcome to the CNC Auto Show, and what can we help with?
And I've got an '06 Nissan Frontier 4.0. I'm having a little trouble with it doesn't seem to want to idle up high enough, and when it gets low, it starts vibrating, and then it'll straighten up. And I've done a little research, and it said it's probably the throttle body is, carbon buildup and stuff in it. So I pulled that off, and sure enough, it was black. And I cleaned it with the throttle body cleaner and all the best I could get. And it worked good for about 2 or 3 weeks, but now it's back doing it again. Do you think I probably need to replace it?
Usually not. On that vehicle, now some do. On some vehicles, you got a 50-50 shot of it solving certain problems when you clean a throttle body. But on that one, normally cleaning the throttle body solves that type issue. Now, you got to figure, though, if that throttle body had that much carbon built up inside there where it was causing the engine to run bad, you're going to have carbon in other areas of the engine also, because you got your throttle body, then you got your intake manifold, then you got the top of the valves, and you got the top of the pistons, and of course you got your O2 sensor after the exhaust leaves the engine. So with that, you got carbon in other places, and one of the things that I recommend in doing that, if you want to do something and like to work on your vehicle yourself, then there's some very good cleaners that you can go through there that would do a good job. Berryman Products makes an induction service cleaner, or a cleaner that can go through the engine and can help tremendously. Now, we've also got many professional shops use a system called the BG induction service. Now, that BG induction service, usually that's more of a professional type system that goes in with like an injector to inject a mist into the engine, and it dissolves the carbon all the way throughout the engine. And that's a good thing to do. It's not unusual to see cars when they get anywhere from 50 to 70,000 miles that to have a lot of carbon buildup, and that's the best method to get it completely out of the engine. And then also, how many miles did you say were on this vehicle?
167.
Yeah, and it's not due for a maintenance tune-up or anything like that, is it?
No, I've done all that. In fact, y'all just put a timing chain in it last year.
Okay, sounds good.
160,000.
Okay, now if we did we wouldn't have been able to see inside the intake at that. So right now I'm leaning toward recommending that you have, if you professional shop's going to do it, I would recommend the BG induction service. And also, there's a chance that this vehicle, if that don't get it all out, then the next step would be to have some diagnostic tests run, and that would be for possibly a vacuum leak on the engine it may have, or it could be that it needs the idle relearn may need to be performed. It's a system that we hook a computer to it, and it pretty much sets the system back to zero. As far as on fuel trim, and then that way the vehicle can learn how to idle again, because it's got a memory of how the system idles. So, but I would recommend that BG induction service first if you were going to do that.